Hi everyone, and welcome to this new video. After the success of making the Melanie dress a few weeks ago from Gone with the Wind, I have decided to do another dress from this film, but this time one of Scarlett's. Again, like Melanie, it's a dress that you barely get to see in the film. It's a scene where she's on her honeymoon with Rhett and they're at the restaurant and they're eating dinner. It's called the Lovebird dress because of the birds on the shoulder, and it's been designed to show the wealth that Scarlett now has and also her vulgar and quite bad taste in fashion, like the other dresses she wears after this scene. The design for this dress is now held at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. But unfortunately, the dress has been long gone. I did read a story once where the dress had been given to a school and it was kept in the box in storage for years and years. And then when they went to get the dress out for an occasion, the dress was sadly gone. I don't know whether this is true or not, but this is one of the dresses I would love to see show up after all this time. As with the previous Gone with the Wind dress, I will be making it using sewing techniques and finishes that were used in 1939 and also making it to Vivian Lee's measurements. I hope you enjoy this video and please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I wanted to point out a couple of details about the dress from the design. Plunkett's designs are incredibly detailed, so you know exactly what he's wanting with a finished costume. Firstly, there is no waist seam drawn on the design, so we have to take it that it was planned to be cut through in one piece in the princess line, as a lot of Scarlett's dresses are in the second half of the film, and also you can see that there's a centre front seam running down the front as well. Something else you can clearly see on the design is the way that Walter Plunkett has painted the two layers of fabric that are in the dress. Here you can see the blue underneath and then the black on the top, which represents the black tulle. Something that often gets pointed out on this photograph of Vivian Lee wearing the gown is that you can see her flesh under her arm, and it's always thought that this is a rip. But if you look at the scene in the film, you can also see flesh under the arm on this side of the dress too. So it's my thinking that this is done on purpose. I've seen this done on other film costumes where puff sleeves are literally just sewn on at the front and the back. And also I've seen it on ballet costumes I've worked with, so I shall be doing this myself. For this dress I'm going to be making a half toile to make sure the shapes are correct for the princess line seams going over the crinoline. Here I've just done a quick sketch of the front panels to work out the width of each piece at the bottom. This is the half toile. I'm really happy with how the shapes turned out. I just want to make a couple of alterations. I just want to take it in a little bit here over the bust and down the side seam just to bring it in a little bit more on the waist. But apart from that, I'm really happy with it, and if I lift the sleeve you can see the underarm shape like you can see in the photographs and in the film too. Several of the costumes in the film are cut with this princess style dress. The shopping dress, this dress, the grey and green dress that Scarlett wears on her return to Tara with Rhett, and the green velvet dressing gown. These are the fabrics that I'm using for the project. Both came out of my stock, a blue taffeta and a black net. And for the birds, I found these Christmas decorations, which are hummingbirds, but they're the closest thing I've ever found, so I'll be painting them yellow so that they match more to what was on the dress, and also the wings and tails are movable so that I can arrange them better. These are the sequins that I will be using to decorate the sleeves and the neckline of the bodice. Now that I'm ready to start sewing the dress together, I'll be sewing all the layers of fabric together as far as the waist. At this point I will be splitting the net so that the blue layer and the net layer can be sewn together separately. Here's the basic dress sewn together. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. In the next part, I'll be showing you the sequining of the bodice and the sleeves, and working out the painting and the application of the birds. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and please join me for part 2 of making the Lovebird dress.